about Maddie's background. Okay, she's 20 years old. We know her age. She's left with $50 from what? What did she sell? Her piano. Right, so she's pretty poor, right? Now, keep going backwards though. Maddie's father. What did he do for a living? Raising your hand? No? Break open your books.
Drugstore, right?
Drugstore. Yeah, there you go.
Did he own it?
He owned a drugstore. He did not sell drugs. Well, he did, but not the kind that you think about.
The good drugs. Bad drugs.
The drugs that are good for you. We kind of already know what happens to Maddie's father's store, right? What happens to it?
It's wrong.
Not robbed.
They go
They go out of business, right? We already know that Maddie comes to the Throne's house poor. She's $50 to her name. Now, if Maddie had a resume, she was going to make a resume and she was going to present it to Xena. And she was honest on that resume, perfectly honest. What would she say she had as house skills? None. Right? Maddie can't do anything right. She can hardly take care of Xena, right? And that's the whole reason why she... Okay, so how sick is Xena really?
She only has back pain.
Huh?
She only has back
Back
pain.
pains?
She really sick.
Okay, she's sick in bed all the time. But look at that question. How sick is Xena really?
She's not really sick. She's not sick. She's a hypochondriac.
Hypochondriac, do you know what that word means?
Yeah, that they think that there's something wrong with them even when there's not.
Right. So, because Maddie feigns sickness, right, she's going to keep going to see doctors, but she doesn't just go to see one doctor, right? She goes and sees various doctors. Why would someone go to see...
Because
Caleb.
if one doctor says there's something wrong with her, she's like, she thinks there's something wrong with her, she's going to go get another doctor's advice.
Right. I've seen people do this when I think about it. Let's say I go to... She's closer related to. She's closer to Xena, right. The book tells us that Xena and her are cousins, and we already know that Xena and Ethan are cousins, so Ethan is related to Maddie, but she's closer related to Xena. What else do we know about Maddie's background? What's going on there? Yes.
Her parents died and she sold her piano.
Right. Her parents died, she sold her piano for money. Do you know how much money she made off that? Not that much. What does her dad do? What's his job? What does he? He's a business owner. What kind of business does he own? Let's see.
Maddie's father would have been in chapter 3, which you had to read on your own and fill out the study guide. What did he own?
What kind of business?
Happily Orange
Oh, right before that, that's the name of it. What does it say? Drug business. He ran a drugstore. He owned and ran a drugstore. So between Maddie's father having a business, running a business, and Maddie being poor, what happens in between them? What happened to the business that Maddie's father owns? Mason. Right. The business closes down. Why would a business close down? Okay, but he doesn't die before the business closed. Why would someone have to close down a business?
Maybe they made a new one.
Sarah's got it.
What did you say?
They're not making profit. When you're not in the green every month, every quarter, when you're just going into a hole every time you should be making a profit, you gotta close down your business.